Greetings, ladies and gentlemen. This is yours truly, Caleb Crump, and this is an episode of Itching to Vote. Oh, I got the itch. I'm itching to vote right now. We are in Los Angeles, California right now for the Ben Crump Equal Justice Awards Now ceremony and celebration. We're getting ready to show you some footage from this particular event. We also have an interview coming up with noted civil rights attorney, nationally and internationally known, Mr. Attorney Ben Crump. So we're super excited to bring Attorney Ben Crump on the television show as we get ready to broadcast. Big shouts out to everybody that helped to make this project happen. They've done a remarkable job here in Los Angeles. As you can see right behind me, we're on the red carpet right now. So we want you to sit back, relax as we get ready to bring interviews from Los Angeles, California, Equal Justice Now Awards. Yours truly, Caleb Crump. Let's check it out.
Hey, my name is Trace Austin, and I'm here to tell you guys the importance about voting. Voting is making a difference in the community. Your leader is very important in how it impacts your community versus homelessness on the street, the crime rate. So I definitely think every person's vote counts and is the best for our society.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're in Los Angeles, California, over here at the Equal Justice Awards now, and I have the legendary Mario Van Peebles is up in the house. Mario, welcome to the show. Thank you so much for coming on Itching to Vote. Can you tell us the importance of voting and just encourage, I would say, young people to get out there and to be engaged with the election process and the importance of, as they say, elections have consequences. And so could you just tell our viewers what your position is on voting and just maybe give them a word of encouragement on that? Thank you.
I think to some degree a vote is like a wish. I put in my wish for a better tomorrow. I put in my wish for a cleaner environment, my wish for a fairer wage, my wish for a better school in my neighborhood, my wish for better gun control, my wish for control over, that women have control over their own reproductive rights.
Yes.
So a vote is like the political version of a prayer.
Right. Yes, sir. Yeah.
And for quite a few years initially, people of color in this country and women were denied the ability to have that wish come true.
Absolutely.
To say, I want to support someone who's going to get done what I need to get done.
Right.
And so that right has been that's been something we had to fight for.
Yes.
And it's kind of like playing Monopoly with a rich kid. The minute you start to win,
right,
the rich kid's going to change the rules and make it so disenfranchise people that look like us, make it so that folks like us don't get to the vote. For example, me and Maya and Michaela went to campaign for the Obamas in Florida years ago. And we found people waiting in line for 4 and 5 hours just to vote. Right, Maya? Yeah. Waiting in line.
Well, I remember our ancestors, they had to walk for miles.
But now they're trying to cut out those things so we can't take people from church to vote. You can't bring people who are in line for 5 hours. Grandma's in line for 5 hours. You can't bring her water.
Yes.
I mean, what kind of craziness is it? It's specifically aimed at disenfranchising us. So to all the young folks I'd say out there, man, if you want to have control over your own life, vote. If you don't do politics, politics will do your ass.
Definitely.
Maya, what would you say to that?
Definitely.
I think we've had our right to vote has been denied for too long to not seize the opportunity to do it every single time, including the midterms. Every single time, midterms, primaries, general, you have to vote every single time.
Elections.
The whole ballot.
Absolutely.
Don't just vote for the big races, the whole ballot.
Absolutely.
It's those judges. So we need to make sure that some of the judges we vote in and appoint look like us and understand our experience. Otherwise, when you get there, man, it ain't going to be a jury of your peers at all.
Yes. And lastly,
Anyone else
go ahead.
Okay.
And lastly, what are you working on these days?
I just finished directing another episode of Wu-Tang Clan.
Okay,
And
awesome.
I'm getting ready to do another Western.
Western, that's what I was thinking about.
So this time we got some badass sisters in the saddle.
Anybody you'd like to send a shout out to, say hello to? Or
all the folks out there that are thinking about voting, get out and do it.
Yes.
You'll be glad you did, man. And if you don't, well, we got to shut up and not complain. So please get out there and make it happen.
Thank you so much,
brother.
and I've followed your work over the years. You're awesome. Just all your films, etc. God bless you. Thank you so much for taking the time out. Mario Van Peebles, ladies and gentlemen.
Hello, this is Autumn Ray, your reigning Miss Black California USA. This is Itching to Vote. So happy to be here. Stay tuned to his show because you don't want to miss it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're hanging out at the 2022 Equal Justice Awards now, and I got my main man, the legendary Mr. Roland Martin, is up in his house. Roland, thanks a lot for coming on the show right now. Could you just tell our viewers the importance, just say a word to them about the importance of getting out there to vote and rocking the polls here?
Well, I think what people have to understand, you have to link the issues. And what I mean by that is there are people out here, they want to see things happen. They want to see changes. Mm-hmm. But you can't have policy changes unless you change the policymakers.
Okay.
You can't say, I want this to happen. I want this for my neighborhood. I want this for my community. If you then don't do what's necessary in order to replace those people in charge.
Right.
To give you a perfect example, the federal government spends $560 billion a year on contracts.
Yes.
African Americans get 1.67% of those contracts.
Yes.
That's a problem.
Yes.
On the advertising side, they spend $1 billion, we get 1% of that, 51 million, is black-owned media. So the point is, if you want to change things, then you have to be able to use your vote. But here's the piece. After you vote, that's the end of one process, beginning of another. Now you have to go to those places, school district, city hall, county government, state legislature, Congress, make sure they do what they said they were going to do.
Absolutely.
That's why many of us make the mistake. We don't do that part.
Right, the follow-up.
Precisely.
Yes, so that's important. Can you tell them when your show is on and just some of your some of the things you're doing?
Very simple. Of course, Roland Martin Unfiltered, we're on every single day, 6 to 8 p.m. Eastern.
Yes,
they can download the Black Star Network app. We've got 5 other shows on the network as well.
Awesome.
And then we'll be, of course, launching our 24-hour streaming channel by the fourth quarter of this year.
I have a lot of respect for your work.
Appreciate
You're
it.
awesome, and thank you so much for taking out the time. Yes.
All
Keep
right.
on doing what you're doing, brother.
Appreciate it. Thanks
All
a lot.
right, Roland Martin, ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, what's up? My name is Elise Neal, and let me tell you something. This platform, Itching to Vote, is where you need to go because all of us need to change rules, change laws, make a difference in this society. And I'm so proud that they're doing this because everybody needs to get out and vote and make a change. If you don't like something, you better use your vote and to make it happen. It does not happen without you. So you got to get out and vote.
Attorney Ben Crump on that. Attorney Crump, my name is Caleb Crump.
Thanks, Caleb.
Yes. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we have National Civil Rights Attorney Ben Crump. I'm so super excited to have him on Itching to Vote. That's the name of our show, Itching to Vote.
Okay.
First of all, can you tell us a little bit about the Equal Justice Award, our audience, what the purpose of it is, et cetera, just real quickly?
The purpose of the Ben Crump Equal Justice Now Awards is to recognize those people who are toiling in the vineyards to make sure that all of our children, especially our marginalized children of color and young people, have every opportunity to have the American promise of life, liberty, and the pursuit of happiness.
Yes, sir.
And so when we talk about itching to vote, we know that is the fundamental aspect of our democracy.
Absolutely.
And so we have to not only fight for them to have their rights to the Bill of Rights, but also to have their rights to participate in a democratic elected government.
Absolutely. Can you encourage the young people to get out there to get to the polls to vote?
Absolutely.
That's one of the things about Itching to Vote. It's about engagement.
Now, it's really simple. We are fighting every day for the future of our people.
Yes, sir.
And so to make sure that they are not the next Trayvon Martin, the next Michael Brown, the next Breonna Taylor, the next Ahmaud Arbery, the next George Floyd, then they need to go vote, not just for the president and the vice president, but more importantly, for who's going to be the mayor who picks the police chief, who dictate who they're going to criminalize. The DA who's going to prosecute people who look like not just our community, but everybody equally. And superintendents of school, because education is the key. That's why they got to vote, because their very life
may very well depend on it.
Absolutely. And on that note, I wanted to ask you a question. One thing I've noticed is that quotas in police departments across America, and I was wondering, has your team had an opportunity, or is this something that do you think someone would need to look into police quotas in terms of top brass chiefs, making sure that junior level and officers are pulling so many people over?
I think what we have to do is always focus on implicit bias training.
Okay.
We have to continuously be systematic.
All right.
Saying that if we don't fight it every day,
yes, sir, then
the bias will win.
Okay, awesome. Well, thank you so much, Attorney Crump, and I really respect and appreciate your work. God bless you. Yes, yes, yes.
When we fight for the Trayvon Martins of the world, when we fight for the Breonna Taylors of the world, when we fight for the Ahmaud Arbery's of the world, when we fight for the George Floyds of the world, when we fight for the Stephon Clarks of the world, when we fight for the Pamela Turners of the world, when we fight for the Eric Gardners of the world, when we fight for the Andrew Hills of the world, when we fight Maxine Waters, for whom my grandmother would refer to using the biblical reference, the least of these. When we fight for them, what we are doing is helping America live up to its creed. What we are doing is helping America be the great beacon of hope, of liberty and justice for the world tomorrow. But most importantly, Diane Watson, most importantly, Jesse Jackson, most importantly, brothers and sisters, when we fight for them, what we are really doing is helping America be America for all Americans. Thank you. God bless you.
Thank you.
Equal Justice Now.
Stars through the panorama's bright, where the ramparts we watched were so gallantly streaming, and the rockets rang all thunder bursting in air, gave proof through the night that our flag was still there. Oh, say does that star's faithful banner yet wave for the land of the free?
We're at the Equal Justice Now Awards. Yours truly, Caleb Crump in the house. Los Angeles, California, ladies and
Viva the mariachi, señor!
Thank you all for being here. My name is Lonnie Love. I will be your host this evening. We're going to have a good time. Because we are honoring some fantastic people on behalf of Benjamin Crump. Come on, black folks! And the 5 white folks. Hey, y'all remember that guy? Hey! You know it. Sing along. Come on. Shout out to Tina Marie. Yeah, I think it's like taking the juice. Put your hands right on. I'm singing. Hey!
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're hanging out over here at Ben Crump's Equal Justice Awards now in Los Angeles, California. Yours truly, Caleb Crump. Welcome to another episode of Itchin' to Vote. Y'all can see I got itchintovote.com on my hat right now, Itchin' to Vote. All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're going to show you some of this hot footage coming from this awesome event is star-studded, celebrity-started. Got my main man, Mario Van Peebles jumping on, Roland Martin jumping on. Just a lot of different people, and as well as nationally and internationally known civil rights attorney Ben Crump. We're so excited to have an interview with him tonight. So we want you to sit back, relax, and enjoy an episode of Itching to Vote. Yours truly, Caleb Crump. Let's get ready to check it out.
And I just want to say thank you, Ben. Thank you for believing in me. Thank you for being a friend and a hero to us all. And let's celebrate tonight. Let's celebrate tonight.
Brilliant Bakari Sellers. Brilliant Bakari Sellers.
Congratulations, Bakari.
Angela Webb.
Thank you, Ben. Attorney Benjamin Crump. It's a pleasure to be here with you all this evening. I know the hour is late, so I will just say thank you. If you want to tune in for more, check out my YouTube, check out ESPN. Shout out to my former CNN colleague and brother, Bakari Sellers, Roland Martin, who's taught me so much about media, and I would be remiss if I did not honor Queen Maxine. My mentor taught me so much of what I know. She pushed me earlier because she didn't recognize me, but I love you. And Reverend Jackson, thank you. We honor you. We will always stand with you, for you, on your shoulder. You are so great people, Reverend. We love you. Y'all have a good night. Thank you for this award.
Angela, really, y'all. She's another one that be cussing people out on TV. I love her.
I got in trouble. Congresswoman Joyce Bailey, CBC chair.
Yes.
I love you. That was an accident. Y'all, I love the rest of y'all too. I gotta go. Y'all been here a long
Take a
time.
picture. Take a picture. Take a picture.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're hanging out at the Equal Justice Awards now, and you can see I got Darius, my main man Darius is
how
up
you
in
doing,
his
everybody?
the legendary recognize or get chastised.
You're too kind, man.
Darius, can you tell the people out there just what your thoughts are on the importance of voting?
Well, basically, we have to understand is that there were a lot of people who gave their lives for us to be in position.
Yes, sir.
In the position we are now.
Yes, sir.
And where we're sitting.
Absolutely.
We've been sitting much too long.
Yes.
In fact, there's a permanent crease
Yes.
in the right and the wrong.
Yes.
So we need to stand up and be accounted for.
Absolutely.
And voting and speaking up on injustice and equal justice is a right that we must exercise.
Yes, sir.
Otherwise, those who've gone before us, they went before us for nothing at all.
Absolutely. Well, thank you so much.
Remember whose shoulders that you stand on and stand.
Anybody you want to send a shout out to, say hello to?
I want to send a shout out to my son, Zach. I love you, son, and I'll see you soon.
All right. God bless you, my brother.
Bless you.
Thank you so much for jumping on the show. We're on the red carpet. Got my main man, Ron. Ron, tell them about yourself, brother, and what it is that you do, etc.
Yeah, my name is Ron Chevalier. I'm actually partners with Darious McCrary. I'm also the CEO of Charisma Entertainment Group, an executive producer of film and TV. But most importantly, I'm with VivaCorp, a publicly traded company where we remediate the earth and clean up the earth with a system that takes out crude oil out of sands and soil.
Okay, awesome. Can you tell our viewers out there what you think about the importance of voting?
Voting is the most important thing that you can do in this world, because without voting, we lose our rights, we lose our dignity, and all those that went before us, they died for nothing.
Absolutely.
They died for nothing.
Well, Ron, thank you so much. Absolutely. Please vote. My main man, Ron, do you have a website or anything like that you want to give the viewers?
Yes, they can go to www.vivacor.com.
All right, my main man, Ron, ladies and gentlemen. All right, thank you, Ron.
Somebody say yeah. Somebody on your feet with me. You stop eating. Somebody get up on your feet. Don't let them take your joy away. Don't let them take your hope away. Because hope is a powerful anchor that will deliver a victory every time. Somebody clap your hands with me. Why would I fear when he's right here? Why would I fear when God's right here?
Itching LeBeau. What up? This is LA Buck, Justice Reform. We're here, Benjamin Crump. Shout out to Haiti. Shout out to Justice Reform, Equality for All. This is what it's about, bringing people together. Big Papa, 1G, the whole team. Double M, Sauvage.
We love you. We're following.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, I have the lovely and beautiful Miss Amina Butterflies up in the house and itching a vote. Amina, welcome to the show.
Thank you so much.
You're looking lovely as
Thank
always.
You. I'm happy to be here.
Two things. One, we want to know a little bit about you and maybe some of the projects that you work on. And then also if you could encourage our viewers to get out there to the polls to vote and maybe just what your thoughts are of the importance of voting.
Oh, it's so important to vote. And I, as a non-citizen, can't vote, but I encourage everyone all the time. And it's one of the reasons that I want to become a citizen, which is probably going to happen.
Absolutely.
And yeah, you know, I've been in America 20 years.
Oh, wow. Where are you
A
from?
green card holder. I'm a permanent resident. I'm from Germany.
Oh, Germany, wow.
Born and raised in Germany. I came over here with my sisters to make music. You know, Black Butterfly was my R&B group. And then I went solo. So I've been dropping albums for the past 11 years.
So you're going to have to give everybody your Instagram page or whatever way you want people to follow you.
Absolutely. You can look. I always start with the music first. Spotify, Apple, iTunes, Amina Butterfly.
Amina Butterfly.
And
just
you will
look up.
find a lot of my music.
Okay,
but
good.
social media is also at Amina Butterfly on Instagram and Twitter and everything. And I'm very active, so.
How are we spelling Amina? A-M-I or E?
A-M-I-N-A. And
okay, gotcha.
Butterfly is B-U-D-D-A-F-L-Y.
Oh, I'm so glad you clarified that. I would have thought it was butterfly with two T's, but it's B-U-D-D.
B-U-D-D-A-F-L-Y.
Okay, gotcha. Okay, so getting back to so tell them about your music and stuff.
Yes, like I said, I have a bunch of albums out. So if you like what you hear, because I, do sing a lot on my IG and on my social media, and a lot of people don't really know that I actually have a lot of albums out. So I encourage you to go and check them out. They're amazing and they're very, they come from the heart. I'm a songwriter as well. I'm a songwriter first.
That is beautiful.
And I got new stuff coming. Probably every year I've dropped either an EP, an album, or at least a single. So it's coming. New music is always coming.
Yes, awesome. And so can you tell the viewers out there what you feel like the importance of voting is and just participating in the electoral process?
Oh, yes. Absolutely. Like everybody that is eligible to vote should go out and vote. Like I always say that.
Yes.
Because especially in these times that we're in.
Oh, absolutely.
It's more important than it's ever been.
Yes, to get out there and participate.
Absolutely. And not just, read about it and look at it and gossip about it and talk about it, but actually make a change.
So is there anybody you'd like to say hello to, send a shout out to on our show tonight or whatever?
Who is on it? Like
just people from all over the world, This is Itching a Vote. Yes, as we like to say, I got the itch. I'm itching a vote right now. Yes.
Oh my God. I see some. I shout him out. Sticks right there. I think he's getting an award tonight, and I'm presenting it.
Okay, awesome.
That was a great moment right there. Sticks is amazing.
Yes. Well, thank you so much for coming, and we wish you all the best. In whatever projects you're working on, and I'll make sure I check out your stuff as well.
Absolutely, please do.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, Miss Amina Butterfly.
Exciting evening, and I am so pleased that my friend Ben Crump asked me to come. I want you to know that what you have seen here this evening are heroes and sheroes and people who have courage. These are not the kind of people that go in the back room and sell you out. These are the kind of people who can face all kind of adversity, all kind of criticism, all kind of anything that they can throw at you and keep on going. With your support, we can all do that. Ben Crump, I am so very proud of you. I'm proud of you not only for what you have done here this evening, how you've organized and helped make this happen. This is a fantastic civil rights lawyer. And when you're brilliant, and when you know the law, and when you're prepared to protect your people, then we can win. Give them a big round of applause.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we're hanging out at the Equal Justice Awards now. This is yours truly, Caleb Crump, Itching to Vote, and we have Miss Black California USA in his house.
Hello.
Yes. Can you tell them a little bit about yourself, your name, etc.?
Yes, my name is Autumn Ray, and again, I'm your reigning Miss Black California USA. I'm so happy to be here. I'm here with Itching to Vote.
Woo-hoo.
He's amazing. So funny. So I'm Miss Black California USA, and I go to nationals in Washington, D.C. to be
awesome.
your Miss Black USA.
Yes. Wow.
I just want everyone to be aware of how important it is to vote, how important it is to be aware of what's going on in the world, your country, your state.
Yes.
And even though you may feel like one vote doesn't matter, it really, really does. Numbers do matter.
Yes.
Your vote matters. Your opinion matters. Get out there, share your voice.
Thank
you matter. You
Thank
matter.
you. Anybody you like to say hello to, send a shout out to on our show. Yeah.
Woo! I don't know. That's really hard. That is so hard.
Okay.
Hello to everybody, all you beautiful people out there.
Well, thank you so much for jumping on. God
Thank
bless
you.
you.
God
Yes,
bless you
we're going to be rooting for you.
Thank you so much. I really appreciate that.
Yes. Oh, she can sing? Oh my goodness, ladies and gentlemen, we're getting ready to get a treat. All right, you gonna hum a little tune for us real quick?
I will.
Okay, go ahead, bust
So
a nut.
I'm gonna sing for you guys my new single coming out called Beautiful. I wrote it for anybody who feels inferior or not confident. I'll sing a little piece for you. This is for all who don't know the skinny orange original. Find peace within you. You're unique, no one is you. You're beautiful.
Oh my goodness. Oh. Woohoo, that was awesome.
Thank you.
Ladies and gentlemen, she's humming a tune. Yes, yes, yes. Tell them your name one more time before.
My name is Autumn Ray. You're Miss Black California USA, and you're here with Itching to Vote.
All right, ladies. Mariachi time. All right, ladies and gentlemen, hanging out with my main man Dustin over here at the Equal Justice Awards now. Mr. Dustin, welcome to the show, Itching to Vote. Yes, the pleasure is right. Can you tell the people out there just a little bit about yourself, and then also if you could tell the people the importance of voting and being engaged with the election processes, whether it's on the local, national levels, etc. All right.
Absolutely. My name is Dustin Harnish.
Yeah.
I'm an actor and producer in Hollywood. Got a social justice movie that kind of got me in the door here called The Ice Cream Stop.
The Ice Cream Stop.
Yeah.
Make sure you check it out.
Please do. It's a short movie. It's in the festival circuit right now.
Okay.
We shot this thing around the time the George Floyd thing was happening.
Oh,
kinda
awesome.
Coincidentally.
Awesome.
And it's got that same heavy punch to it.
Yes.
That, will open your eyes up to realize some of the horrible things that are happening in this country.
Awesome.
The sickness that it has.
Yeah.
And to go ahead and transition to what you were asking before,
Yes, sir.
this is why it's so important to vote.
Yes.
When you vote in the wrong people, well, that's sort of shifty because it's all on what you believe in.
Right.
It's kind of where you come from in culture, in life.
Yes, sir. Yes, sir.
But I believe there's right and wrong.
Right.
I believe that once you hit adulthood, you're able to realize the differences between right and wrong, good and bad.
Absolutely.
This country is sick with racism. Has been for a long time. And I can't speak on, what I think I know about it and experience about it only from what I've seen and heard.
Yeah.
Luckily for me, I wasn't brought up in a household like that. I didn't see color.
The beauty about, the thing is, race, none of us are born racist.
Right.
As they say, racism is just an attitude that's taught. Yeah. And so as we've learned it, you can unlearn it,
I agree.
But as Dr. King said, it takes love. Love conquers things, man. Yes.
That man had some of the most highly, just on a different level.
Oh, yeah.
Intuition with words and
absolutely.
He was just a teacher, that man.
Absolutely.
God bless that man. And
yes, sir.
You know what? The country is so lucky. And the world is so lucky we had that man for the short time we had him on our planet. The lessons he had to teach.
And his legacy continues to live on.
Absolutely.
Yes.
I mean, when you do look at people and groups of people together.
Yes,
like
sir.
all of us standing here now. There's so many beautiful faces. We're all
Yes.
different.
Absolutely.
We can do that in so many ways because of him.
Right. Absolutely.
You know, because of what
Absolutely.
he stood for
Yes.
and the leadership that he
Yes.
took on. It cost him his life.
And it took courage. It took
courage
to do that.
You know,
Yes.
and again, to segue back into what you were asking about how important it is to vote.
Yes.
It's imperative.
Yes.
Even when you think your voice doesn't matter.
Yes.
When you think your position is too small. Wrong.
Yes. Right.
This country is for the people, made
Yes.
by the people,
Yes.
enforced by the people.
Yes, absolutely.
And we are all the people.
Yes.
So get out there.
Get out there.
Read, brush up on your knowledge,
Yes. Yes.
on what you believe in, what you don't believe in, who you think's going to benefit the country, who you think's going to be a detriment to
Yes.
local and
Yes.
municipal communities,
Yes.
and how that's directly not going to just affect you, but all of your neighbors around you, because we got to live in this world harmoniously.
Absolutely. Thank you so much. Tell them the movie again so they can go check it out.
Yes, sir. It's called The Ice Cream Stop.
The Ice Cream Stop.
It's got Ty the Tyga Edwards from Sisters, who plays Alonzo.
Okay,
He's our
awesome.
star of the movie, along
Okay.
with Nicola Lambo.
Okay.
Myself, Dustin Harnish, and it's
Okay.
directed by Raul Perez.
Okay, awesome, awesome. That's great. Thank you so much
My pleasure,
for
sir.
jumping on the show. Best
No,
of
my
wishes
pleasure.
to you, yes. And we hope to see you around again.
I hope
Make
to.
sure you get out there to the polls, itching to vote, my main
Oh,
man
yeah.
Dustin. All right,
Please do.
thanks,
Go
sir.
vote. Go vote. Go vote. This man ain't lying.
I grew up with, Melvin Van movies, and this is a brother that said to me early on, he said, man, I can't play ball at all, but I can try to teach you how to own a team. And that's important. Roland got that lesson, because that helped shift my mindset from job seeker to job creator. So I started acting, I went to my dad first semester, trying to get him to help me hook it up. And he said, nah, Negro, your biggest role will be good student. So I had to go to college. I got a little degree in economics. Figured I learned a little financial literacy because I didn't want to have to listen to Melvin. Came out to California, slept on the floor for 3 months, turned into 3 years. Wrote my first screenplay. I gave it to my dad and said, what do you think? He said, oh, it's a piece of shit. I said, what do you mean, Dad? It needs a polish? He said, no, son, you can't polish no turd. So we are very honest in my family. We don't, conflate people we love with people who are good at what they think they love. That's very important. Anyway, so I started acting, directing, and I got to do my first film. It was a little picture called New Jack City. So I went to this brother, a rapper, brother named Ice-T, and he didn't have a lot of love for cops. And I convinced him to bring his street credibility to the role of Scotty in New Jack City as the cop. And there's another brother named Wesley Snipes who wanted to play the cop. And I convinced him to bring his credibility and play Nino with the authority, almost like a Black Panther. And then I said, well, since we have a gangster movie, and I can't just glorify drugs in a gangster movie because there's still a killer in our community today, what can I do? I said, well, if you want kids to say no to drugs, you're gonna have a role model to say yes to. So in the middle of that, the trick was, as a film director, what I try to do, what Benjamin does overtly, I try to do covertly. I try to figure out what I want to say as a filmmaker, and then how to hide it. So I said, how can I, in the middle of a movie where you identify with a gangster, get it to have to de-glorify crap. So what I did was we humanized the victim, and that was played by Chris Rock. And for the first time, kids saw crack. It wasn't aspirational, wasn't nothing cute about it. You were laying in that alley looking like a funky mouth crack addict. Boy, people came up to me and said, I don't want no parts of us, right? So the power of film is that you can get, long before they're gonna see someone as a president in film that looks like us, you'll see them in film. Long before you see a woman in reality as a president that looks like the sister right here, you'll see him in film. And so the battle for us was while Roland's doing it in the news, while these brothers and sisters are doing it, in a social justice revenue, we have to try to guide culture to a place where it can receive that.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that we're hanging out in Los Angeles, California. You can see that I have Itching to Vote on my hat right now, itchandavote.com, as we're over here at the Equal Justice Awards Now program in Los Angeles. I'm over here at the red carpet right now. Yours truly, Caleb Crump. I'm getting ready to get my next celebrity up right now, but I just had to do a nice little plug and check out the hat, itchandavote.com. If you want to get one of these hats, you can go to gottapurchase.com. That's gottapurchase.com, one of our sponsors for our television and social media broadcasts, gottapurchase.com. But this is itchandavote.com. You can see we have the LED hats right now. Yes, so we're getting ready to get back into the show over here on the importance of voting as we cover the Equal Justice Now Awards 2022 project right now. All right, ladies and gentlemen, you can see that I'm hanging out on the red carpet and I have the lovely Miss Toy Hardy in the house, right?
Hi guys, Toy Hardy CEO here, and I'm so excited to be at an event that's incredible for equal rights. So.
Yes, tell us about yourself and what some of the projects that you're working on, etc.
So some of my followers and fans might know me from working with Fortune 500 companies, working with some of the biggest artists, Jamie Foxx, Drake, Chris Brown.
Awesome.
I do their marketing, their staffing for a lot of music videos. I help direct a lot of events.
Wow.
Just so many things across the board. But
Toy
also
Hardy is in the house. Okay. So look at my hat.
Oh, nice. I love it. I had to get it.
All right, ladies and gentlemen, we got Miss Toy Hardy in the building.
Okay, hold on one second. Let's get a little video.
Let's get that plug right there. Toy Hardy in the house. Oh, Sookie on the red carpet over here at the Equal Justice Awards 2022. Doing the thing.
I love that. That was incredible. That was so incredible.
I had to get your name up.
Okay, I love that. I love that.
So last question for you.
Okay.
Can you tell our viewers, because this is Itching to Vote, what do you think about the importance of voting and being involved in the election process for our voters? Because Itching to Vote is about encouraging people to get out to the polls to vote. Just participating in the electoral process, you know, because there was a time where our ancestors, we weren't able to vote, you know, and it's so important to get out there to the polls and participate, regardless of whether you're Democrat or Republican. So that's
you know, my business partner and I, Dr. Lynn McCarthy, he is on the board of the Ferguson and the George Floyd charities.
Okay.
And so he has had me host so many of them. I've met George Floyd's family.
Okay,
I've met some Congress and judges that were so interested in helping this. I know the importance of, I feel like what's important is getting into politics yourself.
Yes, absolutely.
Because sometimes the law doesn't look out for us.
Yes.
We did have a black president that kind of wasn't allowed to do as much for us as he should have. So I feel like getting out there and doing some things yourself is the most important. Organizing together, having these fundraisers, having events like this, going out, and I'm creating programs for at-risk children.
Oh, that is awesome.
And I work with so many people.
You're doing amazing work.
Thank you. So I try to, this is what's very important, because sometimes our voices might not be heard.
Yes.
Sometimes even the highest up gets their voices diluted when it comes to our cause. So I do encourage voting, of course, because our numbers are important.
Absolutely.
You know, we make up 30, 40 million.
Yes.
But more importantly, what you should be doing every day on a regular basis is finding a way to be a part of your community, being an example, finding programs, and supporting those. And even writing and voting. If you find someone that you do agree with, you know, being able to sit next to Congress, being able to sit with people that work with the White House that are ethnic, then you can see that we're being represented.
Absolutely.
And it's really great.
It's important for our voices to be heard.
Yes, absolutely.
Well, anybody you'd like to send a shout out to, say hello to?
I just want to give a shout out to everyone that's watching. And again, I just want you guys to make sure you do your part when it comes to being a community organizer. Just by being very positive, just by being the best you can bring people together. I'm from Detroit, and I had a really hard upbringing. Now I live in Beverly Hills, and I have $1 million company, and I get to work with the most incredible people, the top people on the planet, and just walk in faith, walk in love, walk in honor. If you're your best self, you're going to change the world.
Thank you so much. We so appreciate you, Toy Hardy. Ladies and gentlemen, the lovely and the very, very smart, intelligent Miss Toy Hardy. All right.
Very serious moment. One of the next presenters was the fiancé of a queen. It was Malcolm X who said, the black woman is the most neglected, disrespected, and unprotected people in America. Well, this young brother, Kenny Walker, was trying to protect his queen, Breonna Taylor, when the Louisville Metropolitan Police unnecessary, unjustifiably, unconstitutionally, and I might add, illegally, because Bill Shields, they lied on the probable cause affidavit talking about Breonna Taylor had suspicious packages being delivered to her home, but yet when we started digging further, the postmaster in Louisville, Kentucky said, he said no such thing to the police, but yet, based on that lie, it had the judge to sign the no-knock warrant to allow them to bust open Breonna's apartment door at 1 o'clock in the morning while her and Kenny was in the bed and she was practically naked in her nightgown. And Kenny Walker, this young black man with law-abiding, no criminal history, hard-working, had a permit to carry a gun, and he believed that these police officers who did not announce themselves breaking in their house, he thought they were burglars. And just like any good man would do, he tried to protect his counsel, protect his bride, and protect their lives. And for that, we should call him a hero instead of the police trying to call him a criminal for standing up to defend that black woman that we now know as Breonna Taylor. Y'all, please stand to your feet and give a hero's welcome to Mr. Kenny Walker, who came all the way from Louisville, Kentucky, along with L.A. Buck, to present this next honoree. Kenny Walker, we want you to know you are a hero, and Breonna Taylor lives today. Y'all salute Mr. Kenny Walker.
Thanks for all the power and Mr. Crump. I appreciate it. Y'all already know the right things. With that being said, of course, me, being here for Breonna Taylor and whatnot, it's representing, an award to such a powerful woman.
Breonna Taylor. We gotta show some love to Kenneth. This man is so he's really in the building. He's not on the news. He's right in front of our face. He put in the work. He put in the time. He put in the energy. And this man's soul, his man's heart. Every time I met him backstage, like he's a real brother. What he did for us and what he's doing for justice, equality, and justice reform, and for Benjamin Crump, and we're here to support him. And Congresswoman Joyce Betty from the 3rd District, Ohio. Shout out to Ohio. We love you, Ohio. We love you, and we love you, Kenny. We love everything you're doing, and we love Breonna Taylor, and we're here to support you. And we ride with you. You know what it is.
I'm here to support Miss Joyce Betty. I don't know how I always got turned to me. I appreciate the love. We honor her right now. That's right.
5 to 7 hours to vote. You have heard the president himself say, thank you, Majority Whip Clyburn. Thank you, South Carolina. Thank you, black people, for voting overwhelmingly to elect him. That then back used to not know black folks will vote no matter what. So it's not what's going to happen to us, it's what's going to happen to them. Today we come to seize the opportunities for justice that lay before us now. Because we cannot redeem the soul of America without the courage to fight the barriers of cultural, systemic, environmental racism. The right for education, the right for childcare, housing, economic and social justice. But what? It is all born out of the right to vote. Join us and make some noise.
As long as this ceremony is being. Y'all give it up for the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus, our leader, Congresswoman Joyce Bailey, the leader of the Congressional Black Caucus.
Thank you so much. There are not enough words that I can say. I know the evening has been long, but let me just tell you, I am so honored to be the chair of the Congressional Black Caucus. 50 years ago, 12 bad brothers and 1 bad sister, Shirley Chisholm, founded I am the 9th one. But let me just tell you how important history is. And our power is you. Only 173 Black Americans have served in the United States Congress. And I am here because I have the opportunity to stand on the shoulders of Maxine Waters. Maxine Waters told us we are strong Black women. We cannot be undermined or intimidated. I get the great pleasure to sit next to her in committee. Maxine, I love you and thank you for all that you do. You reclaimed your time so I can be on the stage. Jesse, I love you. Jesse and my late husband, I've known Jesse forever. And Jesse, thank you for reminding us when we get behind, run fast and never give up and never surrender. And lastly to you, let me just say, Ben Crump, thank you for holding my hand and marching with me. You see, I got arrested for voting rights. You see, I marched with him when we were talking about 8 minutes and 29 seconds. A knee on our neck. Every day I go to Congress to fight for you, but I cannot do it alone. But Ben Crump, thank you. Thank you for bringing Breonna Taylor's mother to my church. Thank you, because we will fight. We passed an executive order. Now, it's not enough, but I promise you, we are still fighting for all those things that we need to get, but we need your help. Ben, I cannot tell you how emotional and how wonderful this is tonight. And to all of the honorees, thank you for being here, because it is our collective power that will change this world.
And that's the way it is, folks. Another edition of Itching to Vote with yours truly, Caleb Crump. Make sure you go out there and rock the polls, ladies and gentlemen. As we like to say, oh, I got the itch. I'm itching to vote right now. All right, so this is the Equal Justice Awards are now. Big shouts out again to Attorney Ben Crump and everyone that made this episode happen, ladies and gentlemen. Always remember that you are somebody and that God loves you, and so does Caleb Crump. And to live your life after your dreams, because in living your life after your dreams, you'll live your life large like that movie It Was Meant to Be. Until the next time, this is Caleb Crump. Goodbye, everybody. Peace and love.